Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary political, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one na dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they no dey do anything with the power. Every day dollar just dey get the higher power over naira. Still dem talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary political, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Person wey dey do evil no wan make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they thief money in bulk. Poor man pikin dey the street dey hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary political, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This man not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Aha, na him una don hear o. All these bad politicians dem wey call themselves politicians, wey dey thief our money, wey no want make the common man get wetin him suppose get for this country. Una never hear something, na go hear one. Maiyegun, you go show una pepper. Maiyegun Diary political. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Gbogbo ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í tó níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi
Bó bá ṣe rere, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary.
Our main objective is the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are human beings. We have our weaknesses, and I assure you that the patriotism in us is hard-earned. We have gone through all the troubles from 15th of January 1966 to date. You know what I mean by this. We kill about 1 million of ourselves in order to keep this country together. I don't think there can be any practical experience more than that. We are Nigerians. God willing, we will remain Nigerians, and Nigeria will remain one. Thank you very much.
Yes, share the broadcast.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
So they killed millions to keep Nigeria one. That was the reminder from Bukwari, who felt like, man, this country don't yet finish. Shize. So he's begging, just like many others, many other pretenders, one Nigerians. Let us unite. We don't have another country. I mean, let's just stay together and all that stuff. But we'll come back to that. So, good evening to you. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun, your Maiyegun, live. Tonight, we are going to be beaming our searchlight more on the characters that have also contributed to whatever the southern Nigeria is suffering from today because of their personal selfish interests. For those who are currently holding different positions in southern Nigeria, the northern Nigeria, starting with their governors, they continue to show their supremacy over the southern Nigeria, including their politics, including their policies. But guess what? As the southern Nigeria becomes so docile, weaker and weaker in the hands of the unfortunate beings who have been in charge of many parts of southern Nigeria since 1999. So this time around, it's going to be on PDP. So they call us revisionists. Not too like Mekuna, they remember too many things. But we have figured out that the state of Nigeria today, the state of abject poverty, corruption, and now terrorism that everyone is suffering from today was facilitated, championed, funded by the northern Nigeria political and then their traditional religious elites. They've been champion of most of this madness. You know, when they said that, especially under this APC, they have earned something that have shown us that northern Nigeria, their elites, generally, right? They don't have political parties, and they have one single religion, which is Islam, as they define that, yeah? But whether PDP or APC, they don't really matter when it comes to power in northern Nigeria. So in 2014, 2015, because Atiku Abubakar would not be able to become the PDP candidate in 2015, you see this whole thing, including the division of Nigeria to where we are today, just always remember, it is the every tiny injustice that grow into the biggest injustice that you are now witnessing today. They always start small, or probably they start exposing, in a gradual way. So they've been in power for nearly 16 years. And in their own kind of a democracy, PDP printed once, it's just a single presidential form, and it was meant for the sitting president who is going for a second term. That moment was like the death knell of PDP that will later truncate every bogus unity arrangement that they put together, boboing all of us since 1999. That finally put that to death. How? PDP paraded themselves as the political party that actually reflects the reality of Nigeria. In Nigeria, they have a constitution that says that federal character, for education, they have what they call quota system. For employment into federal government establishments, they have what they call the federal character. So federal character is to say everyone is represented in every part of day-to-day running of Nigeria, be it academic, be it medical, be it construction or policy making, all those stuff. Federal character, everyone is represented, including security. So the federal character was dead, so to say, which right before us, when APC, Egbeke came in, they told you, they said, it doesn't matter. It is their turn. It could be anybody, anywhere, this or that. But we'll also get to that. So gradually processing that PDP that laid the foundation for, they call it rotational presidency, that is power sharing. So in their own arrangement here, if somebody is the president, it comes from somewhere, the vice should come from somewhere else. They don't practice the same religion so that they can give a fair representative for everyone who might be in their own group of what have you, yeah? So they put all this together, but in 2010, when they believed that it was their turn after Obasanjo just 8 years, Yaradua came, spent 3 years, died. So another region who was not to share that power, somebody who was the vice president by law had to take over. Now at the beginning be that too. So this person, they said, okay, complete the tenure. In fact, okay, run for one time, but don't go again. So Atiku and gang from northern Nigeria, to them, are allowing a minority to rule over them again, violating everything that they stand for from northern Nigeria, which is different from what they actually stand for the entire Nigeria. Then if everything is going to collapse, let it collapse. So Atiku and the rest of them from northern Nigeria, with their southern counterparts, they moved to form the jihadist political party, which now came to expose every other thing that they have kept as best kept secrets about Nigeria. APC came. So before APC came, it wasn't just Atiku that left PDP, right? Those who didn't leave, they stayed back and ensure the destruction and defeat of PDP for the sake of the power to return back to northern Nigeria. Okay, fast forward it to 7 years after. Atiku lost out and the rest of them. So they had to return back to their PDP. While they were gone, guess those who were funding PDP? And guess which money they are using to fund PDP? Southerners. Southern money. The Southern share from the Nigeria cookie jar. So first 4 years, Atiku and gang were gone. But guess who came back to take their biggest pie in the name of northern Nigeria? Lead, and the rest of you follow. Northern Nigeria, when it comes to leadership or anything at all, northern Nigeria have the right of what they call the right to first refusal, which is, except they are not interested, then the rest of you can then possibly, So he was rewarded in 2019 with their presidential tickets because now only northerner fit defeat APC. Again, southern Nigeria and their political representatives, governors and the rest of them, they were busy playing politics of give me, I give you, rub my back, I rub your back, why their people are being invaded, why they were losing their legitimacy, why they are losing their own authority and the rest of that. PDP couldn't help either. It was still the same superiority complex over inferiority complex. So they took it. It's their birthright, isn't it? Well, maybe the likes of Wike, who believe that they know the politics better too, after spending billions, hundreds of billions of River State money on not just keeping PDP alive, but at the same time investing the money in different other states, even outside southern Nigeria, in order to buy loyalty, maybe for a day like, or a time like, or a period like this. Hoping that maybe they will reward the southern Nigeria and trust them for the first time, at least having invested so much in a party that northern Nigeria, their heavyweight and the rest, wrecked. Party chairman of PDP in 2015 was a closest member of APC. The INEC chairman under PDP, but Jonathan, was the closest sympathizer with APC because they all came from northern Nigeria. So do the math. Jonathan thought he could buy their loyalty. But when the time came for them to throw him under the bus, they did so without mercy. So Wike maybe was positioning himself. He had a lot of money. He then made a friend in Tambuwal. Remember that you probably would never know anybody called Tambuwal. You probably would never know anyone called Dogara. Yeah? You probably would never know all these guys if not because of the, the simping, as they call them today, when you simp, trying to be nice. A slave mentality, which is so obvious in your political representatives from southern Nigeria. Are you with me? Tambuwal became to limelight when Tifnumbu, listen to this, Tambuwal was in PDP, and Goodluck Egbere Jonathan just won an election 2011. Remember? So they said, for the sake of the national, what did they call them? National unity or whatever. Since Jonathan is German, and the person who is going to deputize him is from Kaduna, so the Senate president should be from, and the speaker should be from Yoruba land, Southwest. So they now nominated a woman, Mulikat Akonde, as the PDP speaker nominee. So that the PDP members, they can go, they are in the majority. They can go and vote for the woman. Listen to this politics. So Tambuwal was a new, one of the new members coming in as well, right? Among the newly elected members. Not like he's a fresher. I don't mean that. I mean like the returning members, a PDP member. Then Tinumbu, ACN, who happened to be the opposition then, they said if they made Mulikat Akonde the speaker, around that time, it will become, it's going to weigh down on Tifnumbu's Ajele agenda of that time. It was not good for Tifnumbu's agenda. Therefore, it must be stopped. In PDP, that's what they do. They nominate as well, right? But they were allowed to rebel. So what did they do? Tifnumbu, with Lagos money, with the ACN, rep members, they were able to meet with disgruntled PDP members, and they nominated Tambuwal. As it was time to elect the speaker, APC joined PDP. They elected Tambuwal. That's how Tambuwal became the speaker. And he became their friend automatically, 2011. So, having access and influence to the number 4 man in Nigeria power hierarchy was also the Tifnumbu and gang's way of advancing themselves to what they are now doing, what you are witnessing today. So Yoruba chance was truncated in 2011 for Tambuwal. But after 2015, when Tambuwal decided to go and become governor in Sokoto, around then, APC, Egbekegbe, they were already on their way to Aso Rock as well. So how Tambuwal and Wike became friends, I don't know. Because immediately after 2015, when Wike himself became governor, him and Tambuwal became friends. Not just friends though. Like it was also the Wike's, in his own mind, window into northern Nigeria, where he started nursing the dream of becoming a president too, forgetting the unwritten code of the northerner and the northern politicians when it comes to Nigeria. When it comes to them, there's a way they do their politics. But when it comes to the entire Nigeria, southerners are always the pawn. They seems to be they always be those they feel like they're intelligent. Just same way Tifnubu brought Bokwari. It was all a plot. It's a mean. It's not an end in itself, but a mean to an end. Wike was investing River State money in Sokoto. He was doling out money like regularly to Tambuwal. This may sound funny to you, but it is true. Special project, this and that in Sokoto State, 50 billion, 30 billion. Oh, River State government, give them 1 billion. Oh, yeah, give Sokoto State 500 million. Give this, you know what I mean? They were doing those and they became so friendly. When it was time for Wike to show to them that he would be loyal, Wike started with the killings of Nigerians who are Biafrans in Obigbo. That is on record. The purpose was simply because at the time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about the relationship of Wike and Tambuwal. And you know, Nnamdi Kanu knows how to get into people's, under people's skins very well. Yeah? Somehow, it got under the skins of Wike. It was because of that relationship. And to prove that Rivers State is not Biafra, and it's not good for politics, for Wike to keep quiet after investing so much in the caliphate, Sokoto, for him to sit back and allow Nnamdi Kanu to tell everybody that Rivers State is Biafra and Wike is spending Rivers money on this, you know. So when opportunity presented itself in October 2020, Wike didn't look back, and he got the support right away when he called the soldiers, the military, into Obigbo, declared curfew, and soldiers were going to people's homes, right? Shooting and killing them, seriously, burning their properties. And the media black out on that. All of this to prove that, you know, but they weren't enough. Wike then went mad on his own supposed brothers in southern Nigeria. Whether in PDP or not, whether it doesn't matter. But most importantly, the PDP. I'm giving you the timeline because all of these were because Wike had a goal, a sort of a dream that he could pull it off, and he is the only one from southern Nigeria, yeah, who can stand up to anything that even the northerners can stand up to. You want to stand up against what they created? So he believed so much. Then he went for his own brothers. When the others were saying, I want to be president. No, how can you be president? Look at this one. You want to be president. Oh, look at that one. You want to be this or that. He didn't know that while he was doing all of that, pumping money into these places in northern Nigeria, these different groups were collecting his money. In fact, Wike was so sure that if he did this job very well from southern states, PDP, yeah, and with Tambuwal and other friends he has in northern Nigeria, come on now, he would become the candidate of PDP, which is not bad. But I'm talking about the blindness that southern politicians always have when they begin to drink that Kool-Aid of they want to rescue Nigeria, they want to save Nigeria, they become so blind to the reality until it is too late. When it becomes so late, they cry back and they are like, look at what they have done. They are betrayers and all of that. But Wike was so confident that even when southern Nigeria raised the alarm of coming under attacks of the Fulani terrorists, Wike was busy licking the asses of the same Fulani governors in northern Nigeria. God knows what they discussed behind the scene. God knows. But somehow you can trust Wike when his ego became bruised. He couldn't hold back. Wike was planting versions in PDP. Wike was so powerful that he was changing the PDP chairman as he wished then. This is part of his record. He was so powerful. I mean, he was the one funding the party. Even the northern governors in PDP, they were keeping their money. Some of them are giving their money to Boko Haram terrorists, giving their money to Fulani terrorists, buying weapons and then, giving them money. Wike was funding PDP, planting chairman here, planting group there, to the point that when an opportunity presented itself in Edo, when Obaseki came under fire from his godfather, Oshiomhole, and Oshiomhole was about to have him for dinner or supper, he ran to nowhere other than Were Wike. Before then, it was Wike who ensured the end of Muazu as the chairman of PDP. When he saw to he brought in Alimodu Sheriff All the drama, fast forward though, when he brought Alimodu Sheriff, and he realized that Alimodu Sheriff, he was promoting another agenda, then with the Wike decided to bring in Secondus. When he brought in Secondus and realized that Secondus is not listening to him and all of that again, he brought in this guy, ASUU, only to realize that ASUU, nah, Atiku boy, ASUU belong to the same northern court. Now, it is now too late. Like, we can now realize that it was even ASUU who convinced Tambuwal, convinced other northern delegates to please give your vote to Atiku. Here is the money. When Wike discovered later, I will show you. So when Obaseki was running away from his godfathers, the devil he dined with, he didn't run to anywhere. He ran to Wike. But when Wike felt like it is my time, and Obaseki come his yarn about Wike and his loud mouth, just talking, attacking everybody, like all of that stuff. Wike, you know, be Maiyegun. Now, Maiyegun will not get any stake. I'm not a stakeholder in anything. I've got nothing to gain. I've got nothing to lose in all of your charade. I can say whatever I want, to whoever I want, whenever I want, just anytime I want. I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to gain. So, Obaseki can't caution Wike. Wike no like him. The first reaction was like, shit that one.
The one they said governor of Edo, he doesn't know his left and right. He doesn't know where his certificates are. And he's coming to the river.
That's not hollow. Okay? Talking about Obaseki. Yeah? I think I have another one.
Governor Obaseki, has he done anything for PDP? He voted for PDP. The only election he voted was his own election when we gave him umbrella. So who has more stake in PDP? I have more stake. Because I have supported people always. You have never supported PDP. When your godfather chased you away, and you came begging, kneeling down, people came with pressure. Well, ordinarily, you're a tenant. Ordinarily. Now, I already said, Nigerian leadership, not bullies. No problem about that. You came to beg a bully for you to have a ticket. A bully was a DG campaign. And the bully bullied you into a government house. You came to beg a bully. A bully was a DG campaign. A bully bullied you into a government house. What a shame. You did not only end that, you came back with your wife to buy the bully. But after God, the bully made it possible for you to be here. People say it's politics. It is only politics that exposes human beings know their character.
Which is true. So Wike is like, what you see is what you get. I know they hide down. I know well. You know, all that stuff. Then, it was then trying to tell the delegates, so to say, listen, all of you think say Peter Obi, you know he cannot win. He can't win. He's just wasting his time. This is not about all this. I know they give shishi. He can't. That was Wike. Because just like Obaseki called him a bully, he said Nigeria needs a bully. APC need bully. And in his words talking to Anambra delegates in Anambra before PDP primary, so that he was so sure that with all I've done for Tambuwal, he no go there. He met the delegates in Anambra in Peter Obi State before Peter Obi left PDP. And this was how he actually addressed them. Listen.
There, Anambra will be protected. But if you go against that vote, it's a way where he won't win. But you know he won't win. Are you not aware? I am not that he won't win. I mean, we should tell ourselves the simple truth. I know the way he will win. But this one, it's not available at all. It's not available.
So they said, you are mocking, that stuff. So that created a lot of stuff. Then the day of reckoning came. In order not to sound like he's desperate. So everybody was talking, what are you going to do and all that stuff. They are talking to the delegates and the rest. They've paid those they will pay. And everything was fine. In fact, I was told that Tambuwal no get money to pay delegates. Sokoto no get shishi to pay delegates. It was Wike who mobilized funds that they paid the delegates in dollars. Sokoto delegate and all the delegates, about 200 other delegates that could have voted for Tambuwal. It was Wike who paid them. Imagine, they pay people. They can't go use your delegate, give Atiku. So Wike was confident. It was like, because to him, it was like, after this election, after this thing, me Atiku no can say one leave again, Because now if he no get primary, if Atiku no get tickets anyway, he go say in the camp again. Because I know I'm going to win this thing. But just so all of you know, say I'm not desperate, right? Whoever win this thing today, I will support them. That was what Wike said.
It's a party. All my alarming vow. Today, anybody who emerges here, I will support the person to the fullest. Anybody who emerges here today, I will support the person to the fullest. Because I'm a committed party person. Because I love this party. Because since 1998, I've been in this party. I work for this party. I will not go anywhere. This is my party. Secondly,
that was his pledge. But that is not what is happening now. Because after that speech, right, all the aspirants, they were seated at their own cubicle box. So somehow, I mean, Tambuwal don't talk. He's said many things, this is blah, 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 blah. Then he's left the podium. Other people have come on to speak. But I think that was the moment they were about to show Wike the northern politics that he's been hearing of, but he's never, ever been burnt by it. He was blinded by one Nigeria. Everybody, they walk out with their own bottle. That they hide them. But that was the moment everybody brought out their dagger. From nowhere, Tambuwal just came back to the podium. Hello. Hey, okay, hello. Governor Tambuwal want to say something. Governor Tambuwal want to say something. Okay, what do you want to say? That moment, it was what you would do what they would do a moment later. Few minutes later, Wike started their sweat night. We think this guy won't talk again. I mean, what's he doing there? What's he doing up there? Then Tambuwal grabbed the microphone and said, spoke in Hausa. Then he spoke in English and he said, see, in the name of this party and unity of this party, I am therefore asking all of my delegates to please go and vote for Turakin Adamawa, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Tambuwal, what have you done? That's how Wike felt. He said it. He said, I wanted to go up there and disrupt everything because that was it. It's live. That was the moment Wike realized that, damn, no, you treasures, a Southerner, after spending hundreds of billions of money that could have helped a lot of people back in that river state, even if you have so much, could have done a lot for your fellow Niger Deltans, right? That's the moment he realized it, and he felt bad. He said, I felt really, really angry. I didn't want to disrupt everything. So I sat there. I just let them out their way. And guess what? Atiku only won Wike with about 170 or so votes, which means even with Tambuwal's votes, Atiku could have not be, without Tambuwal's vote, rather, if Tambuwal just had his own, Wike had his own, Atiku had his own, without joining anything, Wike would be their candidate. Since that time, many, many dramas happened. The latest one now is that Wike, a newspaper report said that Wike sued PDP and Atiku to court, that the court should declare him the real winner because there was nowhere in PDP constitution that delegates, aspirants can direct their delegate to go and vote for another, when it is not a runoff, that they should have allowed them to contest first. Then if they don't meet the majority, they go to runoff. Then you can then campaign again and tell your delegate if you're not part of it. So that he was cheated out. Only for Wike to deny that again. But may I take you through some of the dramas after the emergence of Atiku, because a lot happened. Atiku now becoming the candidate of PDP, which simply means Southern Nigeria would have to wait for 16 years for Northern Nigeria to rule Nigeria before they can then, consider you if you become, But nevertheless, we can make you come closer to that power by making you the vice president as usual. Because, listen, we are not going to just allow you to just run roughshod anyhow anymore. You Southerners without anybody, So that didn't go down with Wike. Because according to the reports, after the convention and Wike's disappearance, to make peace, they said Atiku was advised to pick Wike as his own vice president. But normal, if you be Atiku, like normal, you go pick Wike as your vice president. So, but Atiku can't play along with them. Atiku set up a committee where PDP governors were members, including Autumn of Benue. He told them, he said, I want you to go and make recommendation for me. Who you think I should make my... So, while they were working, Okowa granted a press interview and he said, nobody can stop him from becoming Atiku's running mate. Where is this one coming from? So a few weeks after, this fake committee is set up by Atiku, just to buy time to make it look like they want to do something. Okay. They came back and they said, well, we choose Wike. 17 of them, 13 chose Wike, recommended Wike, and 3 recommended Okowa. But Atiku don't make his mind. He's already told Okowa, you are going to be my running mate, so don't worry. Then he announced Okowa. From that time, Wike said he didn't want to be vice to anybody. He said, I don't want to be, somebody that I don't care. I don't really care. I don't, but he cared, or he cares. So Atiku's camp now launched the father of all attacks on Wike, which Wike got wind of. According to Wike, you see this court case, it is not from him, even though his name on it. He said he didn't know the lawyer. He said that he's not the one suing PDP. He said this is the handiwork of Atiku, handiwork of waiting be that Kogi Canary. What is his name again? Dino Melaye, that Kogi comedian, yeah. So he said it is the handiwork of Atiku's men, Dino, and the rest of them doing all of this. I said, but the bottom line is, after that their Congress, things no remain the same again. Episode after episode, like this one. That's not that. There is more. Like, where is that one? Like, I think this one.
And let me vow today, anybody who ever matter, and after 2 weeks he can't go to court. The legal advisor of the party called me.
This is where we should start. This is where he denies that he is suing PDP in his own words.
Matter. And after 2 weeks he can't go to court. The legal advisor of the party called me and told me he knows that there's a mischief going on. That he knows me very well. If I'm going to court, it's not those kind of lawyers I would have used. And I don't even know the lawyers. But I want to tell the candidate, it is the candidate group that are doing all these things. Let the world hear. They are the ones plotting all these things, thinking that they will spoil my name. You cannot. Yesterday they said, I removed all PDP flags in River State government house. We are supposed to be talking about how you win an election. It's not about these run seekers around people. They are not doing him any favor. Rather, they are trying to make him not to win an election. But if that's what they wish, I wish them good luck. I wish them good luck. But after my commission of project, nobody should say Wike has started.
Nobody should say I have started though. Okay. There is more. Something like this.
You know, as I'm watching you on television now, they paint them. And they sweet when they see me appear like this, they paint them. And I promise them, I'm here to bury them. I see they paint them, they sweet us, I see they rain us, they pay. When I say, I see they paint them, they sweet us, I see they sweet us, they pay.
That's not it, right? That's not all, rather. It's also been like, mingling more now with APC, which means that in fact, here is another one, by the way. Here's another one.
I go into that. Let me say, and to let Nigerians know that people have called me throughout this morning, all kinds of things, that I went to court. I
against Atiku Abubakar. I want to say categorically, if I had to go to court, I would go to court. But I didn't go to court. I just have to say it for Nigerians to know. I have kept quiet. I'm busy delivering dividends of democracy. For my party to win election in Rivers State, people are busy plotting how to win election. Rather, our people are busy trying to see how they will lose the election. If they lose the election, nobody should call my name. I have told the candidates, you lose this election, you win this election because of people around you. Anybody who knows me is not too well. If I was going to court, I was going to court within 2 weeks after the primaries, because it is a pre-election matter. And after 2 weeks, he can't go to court. The legal advisor of the party called me and I told me, you know, that there's a mischief going on. That you know me very well. If I'm going to court, it's not those kind of lawyers I would have used. And I don't even know the lawyers. But I want to tell the candidate, it is the candidate group that are doing all these things. Let the world hear. They are the ones plotting all these things, thinking that they will spoil my name. You cannot.
Because it's always their political enemies trying to spoil their names. I think I have another one if I have it.
They will know who is who.
As we depend them, he dey sweet us. As we dey sweet us, he will depend them. As he depend them, yeah, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he will depend them.
He brought in Bajabia Miller. And he decided to make a confession. Talking about them, you know, being friends when even if they are not together, so to say. But I want you to listen to it just today.
The young man on my right hand side, my younger brother, Governor. The young man on my right hand side, my younger brother, Governor Wike, is a truly performing governor. Is a model governor. One of that is
I go into that. Let me say, and to let Nigerians know that they will know who is who.
As he depend them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he will depend them. As he depend them, yeah, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us.
For better distribution.
What do you come to do here?
30 years in jail.
30 years in jail.
In Chinos Baja. They are senior.
Yeah, what? Fine, come now. This is a former president of the state. Governor.
How now? Very well. How you do now? Very well.
I'm good. You're welcome to come to me.
We'll take you in,
I said you know I was going to get back.
Yeah, I saw you. Don't have me serious.
Sorry about that, okay? So there's some, you know, some of the videos like overlapped one another. The one I actually wanted to share is this, I think it's this.
have no regret because my business is not to help your party that time, even now. My business is to make people uncomfortable. So I was supporting, it was in government house, Lodge, River State, in Abuja. When we plotted, it should not go. We plotted. PDP people, governors sold me out. They supported you. Even when we have agreed that the Femi should not go, Lawan should not go. As a party, they went back and supported you. And that was how you made Ndudelimelu the minority leader. Even when we wrote you a letter, that's not what we wanted. You know, people don't like the truth, but the truth must be told at all times. You disregarded our party letter and made Ndudelimelu leader. These are people who sold PDP. The truth must be told at all times. When I saw them, they say we will impeach Buhari. They don't have the balls. They don't have it. They don't have it. Today they are saying impeach Buhari. Ordinary to override electoral act, they couldn't. I told them they cannot talk now. It's impeachment. Let me see who will stand up and say, Mr. Speaker, they think they can use Nigerians up and down. Why you? Something you know you cannot do. Why do you say it out? Why do you say it out? Mr. Speaker, you see, I told you in my house before we came here, I plotted against you. If I saw another way to plot, I will plot. Because you are in a different party. I'm in a different party. Anything that will make you not comfortable is my business.
So that's why some people said that probably he's always drunk. Okay, it doesn't really have to make much sense, but once in a while, it does make some, some senses too. But what happened is that this is politics now. For those of you who want to know better, the Southern somehow, what they call the payback, or what Wike himself is now calling a payback, has now opened the influx, or let me say, it has opened the influx of the Lagos city boys, like Bajabi Amole. Even Sanwo-Iku was there. You saw the video earlier, right? Yes, a lot is going on, just something like this.
Oh, yeah.
That's Sanwo-Iku in Port Harcourt. They are going there to commission projects and all of that. And as usual, what do you expect? Atiku is going to taste the Wike and group said will be the bitter pudding, or bitter pudding, right? When their election comes, if it ever comes. And then Ebonyi governor too is now one of those who are trying to make Wike remember that, Atiku's loss is Tifnumbu's gain. Why not just come and join us?
For better things.
What do you come to do here?
30 years in jail.
30 years in jail.
He knows better. They are senior.
Frank, come now. This is a former president of the state. Frank,
Oh, no. Very well. I did now. Very well.
I'm so good. I hope you are not going to come to me.
We'll take you in,
So meanwhile, demand that they are doing that to probably see if he could cash in on this PDP, people destroying people's crisis, is demand that is now, wishing you. I bet today is the National Youth or International Youth Day. If Tifnubu didn't say it, I probably won't remember too. Watch.
Happy International Youth Day to all young Nigerians at home and in diaspora. Ours is a land blessed with the inexhaustible energies and brilliance of young people. Every day, they keep breaking new boundaries and records in almost every human endeavor. The creativity that lives in the heart of the average Nigerian youth shines bright like the sun. I must acknowledge and appreciate the innovators that powers the economy and create technology that has changed lives. People like Michel Elegbe, Tarabi Alebiosu, Anyedi Udo Obong, Odunayo Eweniyi, and Abisoye Ajayi Akinfolani, and many others who are leading the way, embellishing through their enterprises, their creativity, and their vision. Our nation is fast-growing reputation as the best place for tech entrepreneurship on the African continent. Our future is full of hope and excitement, in part because of the work these men and women have done and continue to do. I celebrate them all. In entertainment, Nigerian youth rule the world, from Grammy Award winner Burna Boy to Tiwa Savage, Davido, Wizkid, Tems, and so many other fantastic artists. Our music is moving people and making them dance in major venues across the world. They are our ambassadors of hope. What can I say that has not been said about the new queen of the tracks, Tobi Amusun, record breaker, Ese Brume, fearless wrestler?
See how it be like, say, that means to know the more, no the gokamo. As they tell us, do like that, and to maintain balance, and at the same time, make sure that the person that is holding the teleprompter is not shaking so that it doesn't make him, and at the same time, God knows how many cut and paste that went into that. But the message is for the youth. Let's leave the messenger. Listen.
Fearless wrestler, Odunayo Adekunroye, and speed setter, Favor Ovili, are but a few of the young ladies showing the men how it is done and showing the world that Nigeria is more than just a footballing nation. We have superstars in the making throughout the length and breadth of this country. It is the responsibility of government to find and nurture these talented individuals, that their success might bring pride, joy, and excitement to our people, and renewed hope to generations of Nigerians to come. Nigeria is set to take its rightful place as a global powerhouse, and it is the endeavor of younger Nigerians in business and technology, in entertainment and the art, in the politics and in sport, with guidance from those that came before to lead the way. These leaders of tomorrow will catalyze the process. Together, let us make that promised future a reality. Nigeria youth know they carry last. Happy in And they say, Baba we know where, they shout every local, every local, every local. Baba we know where, they shout every local. And they say, Baba we know where, they shout every local, every local. They shout every local. And they say, Baba we know where, they shout every local, every local, every local. Baba we know where, they shout every local. And they say, Baba we know where, they shout every local, every local. Baba we know where, they shout every local. And they say, Baba we know where, they shout every local, every local.
You know, everything you said there was absolute bollocks, right? You know that Nigeria give no damn, no shit about you, whether you are into any sport or anything. You know it, right? Everyone who is claiming Nigeria in the international sporting event and all that, majority of them is because they have invested so much in themselves outside Nigeria, inside Nigeria, including how many of them even left Nigeria. Nigeria has no clue. But to participate in international events, to build your to build your sporting career, yeah, you need an international cap. Guess what? That is one reason why majority of them would have no choice but to choose Nigeria. And that's the honest truth. Some will tell you, I mean, I've been dreaming for a day I'm going to pay. Is a lie. Lies. And that's the truth. But the moment they make the headlines all over the world, oh, Anthony Joshua, world heavyweight champion. He was from Nigeria. No. Anthony Joshua was not trained by Nigeria. You know that? Nigeria is a place called rent-seeking country. It's a country where the ruiners of the place are just rent seekers. They don't give a damn about what happened to the source. It no matter. Just take rent, seek rent on them. So if Tifnumbu is talking about Nigerian youth, and you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Your mates who need real government investment, they are around different stadiums. Some of them have wasted away. You know it. You know it. There's so many people like that who have wasted away. Not because they sustained any injury, but because they waited and waited and waited and waited until Nigeria happened to them. And they couldn't continue anymore. You know that. There is this guy. I can't remember his name, right? Luckily he's done so many trials in different sports and all that, right? And then he got an opportunity to go to, I think it was Olympic or an Olympics or something like that. And it was like, boxing. So he said, he won his first fight, but the aggression and all of that, it was being interviewed like, listen, I mean, where did you get that inspiration from? Where did you get that energy from? It was like, listen, I'm from Nigeria. Every time I rolled out my punch, I remember how Nigeria has dealt with me, the war we face as a Nigeria, and every punch carries down my anger. I'm sorry, I destroyed that guy's face. Do you get that? Young people interested in sports, in things that could get their minds engaged, developed, and even become better people, better persons to themselves. Nigeria destroy. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody is now saying Nigerian youth this, even your music, these criminals. Let's thank God for streaming services that has really, really helped many, many young artists from Nigeria today. Let's be grateful to that. Technology, streaming services that eventually reduced the loss of revenue from their artworks, from their own works, due to piracy that even Nigeria don't give up on. Like, Nigerians are those doing the piracy, right? Robbing their fellow Nigerians, and government just collect tax from everybody. Once they see you, whether a pirated copy, whether an original copy, just pay them something, bribe them something. Go ahead, they ruin all of our lives. Thank God for streaming services. Yet, in that same Nigeria, these same criminals, these old AG criminals, they are doing everything under APC for more than for almost 10 months, almost a year. APC they shut down Twitter operation in Nigeria. Guess where all these young artists, where they get their streamers and they get people to view their streams from? Social media. In Nigeria, politicians like Tifnubu and gang, because they are egos, because they are, they feel insulted. All these people now to abuse, they know. All these young people now to attack, they know. Because of that, without thinking about all these young people who are at least hacking a living on social media, sharing their own trade and art. These criminals don't give a damn. They are always contemplating on how to shut down the internet, how to shut down the Facebook, how to close down this and that, how to, you know what I mean? Because according to them, religiously is not welcome. Then you see this morally, our children are becoming something else. In fact, they don't have respect anymore. Shut down. Destiny killers. They are not talking about youth. They care about the youth. Just like Atiku, that has been contesting to be your president from 1992. 1992. He loves you so much, doesn't he?
But also let me focus on Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar has been contesting the presidency since 1992. Indeed, there is really no election since 1992 that he has not participated in. He ran against Abiola. In 1999, he ran first as governor, then as vice president. In 2003, he picked a form. And that was the crisis, that was what led to the crisis between him and Obasanjo. 2007, he ran, I think he ran on AD or so. 11, he ran, came back to PDP, right? He ran, was it 11? He ran in 11 against Jonathan. 15, he ran. 19, he ran. 23, he wants to run. Now only you did. A time comes when you look at it and say, it's enough. Let me be a kingmaker rather than this king. Because when people tell me that they heard from God, I've never heard from God. But you see signs of where he wants you to go. And if you keep on doing one thing or the same thing over and over again and it's not happening, then God is not with you. Leave this Abraham Lincoln story that he ran many times before he got it. He ran only 2 times and he got it. Right? So it's becoming ridiculous. And again, and this is why I respect people who say, look, we all want the same thing. What the North wants is not different from what the South wants. Right? But we all want a sense of belonging. That is a commonality between us. How do you justify, or how do we justify to our children, that after 8 years of Northern leadership, we go back and have another 8 years? Ordinarily, I'm not a proponent of zoning and stuff like that, but I'm a proponent of equity. And that takes to me precedence to zoning. But even beyond that, our country is in a very desperate situation today. And you need a leader that is formidable, a leader that can make things right. Not the pandering that goes on here today. What we have in Nigeria is a very disgraceful leadership.
Do you understand? And the ripple effect of that is what you are witnessing as well. People don't really care about people. These guys don't. They don't care. They can say all the nice things. Politicians. See, me, I've realized that politicians will say anything and everything just because they wanted to get into you, to give them something. They take things away from you every now and then. That's why you seem never to have any kind of a right or any pushback when the consequences of the actions comes biting. You don't have any fighting back, right? It seems so, because they enter you enough. They say all you want to hear, which in fact is opposite of what they will do. So Atiku, I love you. Tifnumbu love you too now. So number one, let me tell you something. Being fear, right? Atiku, for the fact that Nigeria is about to break up, right? If they have anything that is breaking up Nigeria, it is the impunity, the lack of equity, fairness, and injustice in all, which has brought so much differences and gaps in us that to address them first, it starts from first action taken, which is how could you live with yourself, right? Go out there, right? As a Yoruba man, as a Southerner, and tell them Atiku should be your president, and you claim to love one Nigeria. I mean, what would you do to yourself? I mean, how would you feel with yourself? It doesn't matter. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. Don't tell me, because I don't care. Okay? Because this is the same thing for those of you who are also going to say, okay, let's rule Atiku out. Okay, fine, Atiku out. Then you turn around and you face Kolu, somebody that should go and take care of their health. You now want to use gaslighting. You want to use blackmail to get people to say, and since it's a Southerner now, an insensitive people who don't give a damn about the fact that Nigeria is so divided along ethnic, tribal, religious sentiments as we speak. Like, I mean, not as we have ever witnessed before. But in their insensitivity, they still went ahead to present a Sikh man who is a Muslim, and they brought in a Boko Haram sympathizer, making it Muslim ticket, and you, as a Southerner, you feel comfortable with that. How could you feel comfortable with that? How? Oh, because it's a Yoruba. Oh, come on, man. You won't tell me that that's actually all. I mean, that's how all your sick, all your politicians in Yoruba land are sick, like Tifnumbu. So we should be grateful that you had one that could still manage to work, Abi. To some people who knows that this is a game of winner takes it all, right? And from the history of Nigeria, one of them that contributed to this current division that you are witnessing today. If Yaradua was not a sick man, guess what? They told Obasanjo that Yaradua had a terminal ailment, a terminal sickness, cancer of the blood. They have a name for it. I think it's called leukemia. No, there's a name for it, cancer of the blood, cancer of the skin. They've told him you have just about maybe 5 years max, 2 years max to live. The guy was governor of Katsina State. He was doing his second term in Buhari State. He already wrote Katsina State University. I've been at University of Katsina. I don't know. As a lecturer, he already wrote them that he was going to start. He was coming back there to teach. Yaradua already planned how he is going to die. They've told him. Obasanjo, coming back from the pain that he couldn't get his third term, decided to jump the likes of Peter Odili, the then Muazu, I think he was the Bauchi state governor at the time, and others who were like, who could possibly still fly the flag of PDP and be your president, healthy, Obasanjo decided to go and bring a sick man because his intention was, once they start the whole wahala, Yaradua feel fine, And the law says, if any major candidate of an election dies before the election, they would have to postpone the election, allow the party to bring in a replacement. They shall do all of that, which will allow Obasanjo to stay for maybe another 1 year or 2 years. I'm not joking. No. If you are hearing this for the first time, that depends on how old you are or what you actually know about the politics then. So Obasanjo, who brought in a sick man for his own selfish reasons, was the one who brought in this whole mess. Don't put the blame on anyone else now. That's the genesis. Yaradua died after 3 years, right? Which then made this desperate terrorist to go shopping. Yes, they spent 4 years shopping for the terrorists that will eventually make Nigeria ungovernable, for them to take over, and they will keep it that way. So everything you are witnessing today, power going to naught, this one finds this one, that one that finds, all those stuff, right? Obasanjo just started that move. You should always remember that. However, with where we have come to, the Southerners who have played these major roles, as well as us, the Southerners who have been the victims of all of this, you should always remember that this is Nigeria's destiny. Once something happens to Kalu, let me tell you something, right? Boko Haram, who enjoyed the unlimited presidential privileges, including the one that if they had to remove the kidney or organ of anybody who is normal to replace them with, organ of a 20-year-old man and remove it and put it in the body of an 80-year-old man, right? That requires the top class A, sort of a top class healthcare facility. Access to healthcare facilities, something that is not open to the entire public. Maybe for this first one, this 1%, rulers, dictators, money bags in the world who have access to such a treatment. Tifnumbu has all the money, but he's probably never had he's not having the access to such yet. But cut it short, it is, Tifnumbu, before Boko Haram became president of Nigeria, he had no public record of him spending months in a foreign hospital. You know that until he became your president, Tifnumbu has been shuttling from different hospital to another, right? For the past 5 years. No joke. Serious. People closer to him. No, physically, you know that. Now, if something now happened tomorrow, and then you can imagine and say, I supported them because of Tifnumbu, because he's a Yoruba man. Only for you to realize that you have actually helped them to bring back the terrorists, or to extend the stay of the terrorist over you. So think about that. Now your choice. I don't care. I've told you I don't. I only care about the consequences, which I love to remind you of. Sometimes if I tell you the consequences, which I do all the time, I believe that it has helped many people to have a rethink on their choices as we speak. So what does that left you with? The Peter Obi. Now, the Peter Obi himself, right, which I told you before, is about one Nigeria. The project there, what makes it more kind of, tricky for some of you is this. Tifnumbu is old. Atiku is old, corrupt. Tifnumbu is old, corrupt. APC, Egbekegbe have caused so much ruins, we've seen. But then, you are given the alternative of one that you can say is not a saint, but is manageable. Not knowing that you are doing the same thing that could have been done in PDP, in APC, anywhere else, which is powered, backed by the same people who gave birth to PDP, who gave birth to APC. Now, as you have kind of been socially directed, which is, legit, I would say, behind the scene, the same owners of Nigeria are also the drivers behind the scene. But temporarily, as we see, for now, it is looking like the option that so many are currently comfortable with, which is.
Oh God of creation, let our noble cause and our leaders rise, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just as you, let love rise again, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign.
Now you see images like that are popping up all over Nigeria and creating a big concern for those who have been in their comfort zones before now, APC, PDP. To somebody like me, Maiyegun, it is so good to see. I want to see how this is going to end. I would love to see it because, to me, it is not different from those who believed, those who are like a Southerners, who believe that the idea of Nigeria that they have is similar to the ideas of Nigeria the people from northern Nigeria have. There is nothing different from us having different ideas of what our country should be, right? But how do you stop clash of those ideas which has cost us lives, millions of them, poverty, millions of us in them, right? It is by letting all those ideas flow freely in the regions where they are more valued. You are Southerner, you love Western education, you want to travel the world, you want to enjoy life, you want to practice your religion, your spirituality. You don't want anybody to dictate to you how you should live or not live. And at the same time, you want policies that gives life to your people, unhindered. But northern Nigeria is different. It is a different set of rules. And meaning when people from that part have a vision for Nigeria that is different from that vision, you who are accustomed to that tradition and culture of southern Nigeria, that's clash of ideas, clash of culture, clash of tradition, clash of identity, which is Nigeria's problem as we speak, right? So when you see people say obedient, you see majority of them are Southerners. Majority of you obedient are Southerners. Yes, you are. There's nothing bad in that. But it is not different from the same people from southern Nigeria thinking that they have figured out Nigeria's problem by mobilizing to take leadership. They did it in PDP from 1999 to 2015. When they were bored, they created APC, right? Now, the APC that is doing everyone shaggy today, they have now forced many of you to become obedient. Are you following the whole line, eh? Now, they have made you to be obedient, but when you look at it from the beginning, in 1999, democracy would develop Nigeria, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The military should go back to the barracks. We need to, that other stuff. Oh, PDP have destroyed this country. Look at this, look at that. We can no longer continue like this. Jonathan is a drunkard. His wife is a hippopotamus. All those horrible things, right? They created another political party that said, we were coming to make this better. We will unite you. We'll create love. We'll create development, jobs. We'll create things that will make you feel proud again that you are Nigerians, right? So 7 years down the line, Nigerians, they carry bottle, they carry knife. Anger everywhere. Say, my brother, you say in the morning, you say, man, this country tire person. Post that one on your social media. This Nigeria tire person from nowhere. Another person, you may not even know them, may just jump in and say, go and kill your papa now if Nigeria tire you. I say, why are you angry? Then you will come by there. Now your papa they go kill. Abi you dey abi Ogun won't kill you ni. Waiting they find for my page. Ogun won't kill you ni. Say no, Ogun go kill your papa. See your head like that of a fowl. Early in the morning, violence everywhere, anger. APC, Egbekegbe created that. Frustration, the police, all of that. You may not know. It's not funny. They created anger, frustration. Say, Peter, somebody will come and say, Peter will be for president. Another person will just come and say, this one a bastard, make a block him. Can block this bastard. Say, you don't even know him, you don't know her. Another come and say, Emi Lokan, Awa Lokan, Yoruba Lokan. Then you see another set of people, angry people everywhere. Say, this one a Olori Brukusha. I don't even know saying that this one a Olori Brukusha. You know, anger, frustration, all of that everywhere. APC, Egbekegbe did that. But that wasn't what they promised you. Now today, everybody is obedient. What are you promising yourselves? To save Nigeria, to bring people who care about Nigeria, who build Nigeria, our schools, who be with our roads, who be with unite us. We are going to go from consumption to production. All these, all these fancy words. So if Obi can become your president, and you can't realize later that all of you have been conductors, calling passenger into Obi's bus. But when you can't open up, you can't see the drivers. You can't see the people, the same set of people that contributed to your frustration. We send you from PDP to APC, from APC to Labour, and to anywhere where they want to send you to. And that thing do pain. It does. You see, people, man. But it's all about how you see things. Sometimes I feel like I've seen things too much that I don't believe in any of their things anymore. Sometimes I feel like it's because of what I've seen so much. Compare things that things have happened right before our eyes and all that. Things that you would never believe would ever happen. They happened. So therefore, when I see things happening again, I don't get carried away. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. Like I said, well, I may not like you because of your repetition of your bad choices. Something that the Lagos Abobakus don't like me for. I told them, I said, you guys are making bad choices, and the consequences of all those choices are very, very fatal, are very, very costly. But you are not paying attention. Rather than pay attention and say, how did we get here? How come we are so, how come everything is so tough like this? Why is everybody, you know what I mean? Rather than think about that, they deviate your mind from that. They distracted you and started making you blame. People will get their own problems too. They are making you blame them. Say your grandfather offended somebody. In the in the olden days. Imagine somebody using your situation right now, Nigeria situation right now, where they affect you right now because of your choices right now. They are now telling you that in the olden days, your grandmother offended somebody, your grandfather offended the village priest, and this and that. That is why your life is difficult. Lies, distracting your minds. Now, to make it worse, you are now going tribal. Go back to your state. Go back to your region. Go back to your disorder. Go and have your Biafra. Go and do a lot, all those things, man. So at the end of the day, you realize that you are doing all of that, not for yourself, but for the real drivers behind the wheel. You don't see them. You are just conductors, especially when your agenda is to say you want to fix Nigeria. You want to bring people together. You want to, come on, man. To bring people together is not hard. But do the people want to come together? And under what arrangement are they going to be living and then cohabiting together? You should figure that out before you begin to say, we need to. Nothing new. So when I see obedient, I'm like, okay, I love it. Like Femi Kuti said, listen, A lot of us, I'm not too old though. I'm just 38, right? As a 38 years old man, I have seen enough. Trust me. If I tell you things, I am saying them from the experience. And sometimes you might think, Papa, you over exaggerate this thing. Sometimes you know too deep that way, Papa. It's deeper that way. Oh. It is deeper than what you can say, right? But what Femi Kuti said was that listen, he is older than being called to be obedient to any new political drive or whatever it is about Nigeria. He's seen it all. But he said something, he said, whether anybody supports you or they don't support you, they don't really matter. Because now two things. If you finally push your revolution like you did in 2015 and you made Peter Obi your president, now two things go happen. Oh. One, if he wins, nobody gets any choice if they make him your president, right? Then if he now fix Nigeria, the people will not like him. And the people will like him. Now everybody go share him. So what is the force? Why are you angry with people that possibly have their reasons never to, or maybe because of they've seen, jump into the bandwagon? Why? Eventually, like Bukwari, many people who stayed away, who never participated in bringing this death upon us. Trust me, they are sharing in that mirage today, or in that mystery today. So it don't really matter as we see them. Yeah? Because as it is right now one is sure for us. To Baba, this in one show us, it won't kill us. So that has been the history of Nigeria, because people always come out to say they want to save Nigeria by ignoring this clash of culture and tradition, never really highlighted and in fact documented, so that it can be the barrier. I mean, the kind of statue, the kind of statue, the constitutional statue that allows you to say, this is also, don't cross this line. For us in Yoruba land, no bring cow here, so that we don't go start wahala. Then nobody will dare bring cows anywhere near Yoruba border or near Biafra border or that stuff. Now, these are not written, and nobody want to talk about them. Talking about them is like, no, we don't. Listen, we know the problem. Everybody knows the problem. But rather than resolve the problems, as they claimed, they always make it even worse. If you don't believe me, study APC, and sadly, nobody is responsible. We are all just trying to help you, like this rogue, the governor of Cross River States, who hasn't paid his own workers. Imagine somebody who never paid his workers, owing them. Decided to be a Father Christmas in Nigeria, where abnormalities are always normal. Everything abnormal in Nigeria, they are normal. Now, when you begin to ask questions, they say, are you normal at all? Why are you asking? Why are you surprised? A governor that didn't pay salary, had the audacity to walk into a church and donated the 25 million naira in order to receive a blessing from God, Abi? The poor, the people who own the money, can go and die. I'm not joking. Here is it. Watch. But there is a shocker too. Sometimes this is also good. Listen to what the bishop said afterward. Listen to this.
The government, my family, and on behalf of the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the entire judiciary, so that I save them. We have already whispered together and saved them the stress of coming one by one. We have collectively come together to make a humble donation of 25 million naira. Is that how we go after 25 million? And for our bishop, his grace, Bishop John Ebere, our own pride, son of the sword, the pride of we, the people of Northern Cross River State. I have a whisper for you over here too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you. This is a season of whispers. May God divinely whisper
into your lives.
I want to talk. And I want to thank my neighbor governor. He's my brother. We are from the same part of the state. He will whisper to me later. Whatever he wants to give to me, let him put that package together and pay salaries. Thank you.
Yeah, the bishop said, he's my brother. But let him put that package together and pay the salaries of workers. Did you say, hey? That's so it be. But guess what? Nigerians, sometimes you just have to thank God if Nigeria hasn't really messed up your head. Nigeria has messed up many people's heads. Millions. You see that poverty? That poverty is a bad thing, a terrible thing. Is it? It's messed up people's thinking. It's messed up their vision. It's messed up their self-esteem. It's messed up. It's messed them so much. Messed them up so much. Like I said, every abnormality, a normal thing for Nigeria. That pastor, they said that bishop na mumu. What nonsense. The best thing he should do, if you go and read comments, you will be like, man, something don't do Nigeria, something don't do Nigerians, and that thing no good. It's bad. They went there, Nigerians, under that video. I like what that bishop did, but to me, that bishop is a mumu. Because we all know that all these politicians are always going to steal the money anyway. So if he give you the 25 million, why don't that pastor use that money to buy food for the workers? Now, so sometimes I feel, that's how I feel when I read the comment of so many people, Nigerians. But sometimes I always feel like, or most times I feel like, Nigeria terrible. Every abnormality in a normal. Some of them are watching me right now. My friend, what are you saying? He's making sense. It's making sense. You know that governor is going to maybe use the money to give it to Olosho or give this on the anyway. So instead of that bishop to reject the money, he should collect the money. And then, you can then buy food and give it to homeless people. State governor that doesn't pay salary. Politicians in Nigeria feel like they are helping the people. Like, we are just doing you a favor. I'm just doing you a favor. If I decide to fix your road, you better be grateful. I can decide not to do it. And Nigerians also understand. They know I can decide not to do it. So if I do it, my friend, you better be thankful. That's how terrible we've become. And guess why that is happening? Because of Nigeria. If Yoruba land is an autonomous region where every administrative decision nationwide is being taken right there in Yoruba land by Yorubas 100%, we would have been able to undo them ourselves. And trust me, we would never, ever have found ourselves in this situation. But look at us. Nigeria made that happen. Increased the poverty, destroyed the home value, family value, destroyed jobs, education, where today we are now brewing thugs. I'm talking about deadly thugs that are not even hiding it. Have you heard about this guy? I heard they've arrested him, but I'm not sure. You remember this guy?
Wọ́n ṣe kọ́ mi ṣe ṣàmà. Àwọn ò ní gbélé. Wọ́n ṣe láwọn kan bọ̀ wá lé àṣírí àwọn ọmọ wọn tá láwọn. Ẹ jẹ́ máa bọ̀ àwa tá pa wọn àwa ọmọ sí àṣírí tá pa wọn àbí ọdún. My name is Killer. I keep another cancer. I like to kill. Kill is my favorite. Who dey breathe? Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ bá lóun ṣẹ́kì àṣírí ẹ̀sìn nígbà ṣẹ́kì ọkọ̀ ìlú. Check and die. A sùn mọ́. Wọ́n ò ní ráàyè kan kó sí wọn. Bísí ìṣeré. Lókè ní à ọgbọ́n ìgbà tá a lówó léwó náà ń bẹ́. Ẹ máa bọ̀ àṣírí ẹni bá láwọn ọmọ tí ó gbọ́rọ̀. Ó ti yẹ yín bá lé ọkọ̀ ìlú.
Bale Okolu, Ashiri Eniba of Ede. If you hear about Ede boys, now them be that. Me na killing my hobby, killing is my hobby. Yorubas, there are many like that. Not be all of them they make videos about. That's true. Killing my hobby, killing my hobby, killing is my hobby. They are trained. First, they were destroyed by the system, the politicians, their policies over time. The destruction of education, the destruction of a family value, the destruction of a standard of living, creation of poverty that they now weaponize, destroyed young people like him. So they grew knowing only one thing for survival: violence, including if they have to kill. Now they do it, and politicians reward them. And there are many in Yoruba land like that. They drive nice cars. They drive lovely cars. Some of them even have to intimidate and marry most beautiful women too. It's like a virtue. Like, if you can be a politician, then you can be a killer. For the politicians, you can be their muscle. Yes. It could have been a different thing. It could have been, but we would make it a different thing. Not just talking. There's so much other people are putting into this as well. That's why everything Nigeria, everything Project Nigeria, no matter how fascinated you are, okay, no matter how, how interested you are in making that difference, it's good. Your intention could be noble. Your intention could be good. But you see, the whole place is put together in a way that your idea can only work if Nigeria is practicing something somebody's told me, a confederation. To start with, let every region control their own affair for real, right? Then you realize that your idea of what a modern world should be in a Western style kind of education, right, or society can work well with the right resources, having the right access to the right resources in that regions. You could do wonders. We could do a lot of things. But being part of Nigeria, we always put limitation to all of that. So why do you want to dissipate all energy like they did in 1999, like they did in 2014, 2015, like you are about to do in 2023 if you are allowed at all? It's all going to come back to the same thing. You and I are still going to be talking about this misery, and all this will always be happening as long as you keep that sovereignty of one Nigeria that gave you no choice. We deserve choice. We deserve. And if Nigeria is not going to give us that, we will make a demand and make that happen. That's normal. You know what I mean? I'll stop there. Wike is being served, but Wike feels like, of course, I can't be a presidential candidate anymore, but I can be one of those that will stop Atiku from becoming your presidential candidate. And this is like a real showdown, which now leaves, in my own opinion, Kolu, Tifnumbu, and Peter Obi as your possible potential president if they hold your election by any chance. Atiku can say goodbye to it now. Now, you can take that from me. Maiyegun, stop it. Northern Nigeria are going to follow Atiku, and okay. Again, I don't care. So if you probably will save yourself now that you have to go back to your reset mode before we started the program, okay? Now you can go back to your reset mode. The one that says, you could save Nigeria. And I wish you what? Good luck. And I am going to also take a break. And I'm also going to take calls. So I'll take a few calls tonight before I call it a night. So you can bring out your phones when you want to call in and make a contribution. And when I get back, I'll start taking that. So until then, my viewers on the YouTube, remember, you can still like that video. It's all by choice, but it doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, you can still like that video if you've spent your night or your evening with us this long. Okay, like it, share it, subscribe, and then when I get back, maybe you will call in, and then you can make a contribution too. Thank you, and I'll be back.
Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir.
This is Harry Blackleg calling from Italy.
Say that again, please.
Harry Blackleg. Harry Blackleg calling from Italy.
Good.
Yeah, Harry.
I'll stick to Harry.
Am I
so
live?
How are you today? Yeah, you're live now. Everybody can hear you.
Yeah, I'm a Yoruba boy anyway, but I don't know how to speak Yoruba because my dad is from Yoruba, my mom is from Isha. So I was brought up in between, so I don't really know how to speak Yoruba. There's something I want to say there's something I want to say to all these obedient people. Right. I mean, Peter Obi people, I mean. Yep. You see, for me, PDP, APC, Peter Obi, they're all the same.
They will disagree.
You see, why I say this is,
right.
Atiku is PDP.
Yes.
It's a Muslim. Tinubu is APC. He's also a Muslim. That's right. Peter Obi is running mate. He's also a Fulani man.
Yes.
If something should happen to Peter Obi when he becomes president, because right now you can see they're attacking the convoy of the Nigeria president. Nothing is even happening. They don't even have streets to who is attacking the convoy. So if Peter Obi becomes president, something happened to Peter Obi, instantly the vice will take over, which we are still back to Fulani.
Yes.
So I'm trying to say this to the obedient people because I've been trying to reach you all this while. I will send some message to you through my WhatsApp, but I see you are so busy.
I know.
You know.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
To me,
you are actually saying to them yourself now. They are listening.
Yeah. I feel for the obedient people. We have to break up Nigeria, Yoruba nation, Ododuwa nation. Then the Igbo people, they should get their braffia. Not by Peter Obi coming out to say he wants to become the president. Where you know for sure he cannot even do anything. If it goes out of the Fulani rules, they will assassinate him and they will just blame it on the terrorists. Very simple. After all, it has been happening. Abuja is under attack. Nothing to show for it. No security, nothing. You understand? Maiyegun, I will call you some other time and I will talk to you in a speaker form. I will call you on WhatsApp and talk to that. There are so many things I have been going through on social media, seeing many things. You are not the only one I do follow. I follow so many people. But I just want to call you today because this thing is inside my head all this while. It's something able to be. Fulani will still take over. Fulani is in charge of everything.
Like
they are the one running Nigeria.
Yeah. Just like Tinubu as well, I would say.
Yes, even Tinubu, all of them, they are all Fulani, including Tinubu, including Obi, they are all Fulani. You remember when Obi was the governor of this state in Igbo land? Anambra. Oh, his bodyguard, he said this is Hausa. He killed his people as if they are nothing. If you don't obey them, it's one of them. Let me just put it out. It's one of them.
You know, when I told people, I said the first person to who is meant to be from to be from the southern Nigeria this time around from Ijo land, which was part of a Biafra. You know, who ended up having to give order, for the arrest of the Biafrans in this dispensation was Goodluck Jonathan. Many people don't remember this, right? When he went after...
People don't remember this. You know one thing about Nigeria, we usually forget things. One thing about Nigeria, we forget things.
Now, you know,
but thank God for your diary. Because I usually go back to your diary and bring that thing.
Exactly. You know, before
there are some things I have in Nigeria. I say, let me just go to my ego diary and cut many things and just put it as if a seasonal thing.
I know.
You know, I will just cut it, because just put like seasonal diary of Nigeria, Maiyegun seasonal.
Ari,
you
remember that before IPOB, there was MASSOP. And you know
this guy,
what's
this guy's name? Yeah, he killed them now.
He killed them.
Yeah, that's the same thing he want to do to Umar Bikano. That's the same thing he want to do to Umar. That is the same thing Buhari want to do to Umar. But Umar Bikano is a smart man. Thank God for social media.
Wait, now I said, people who have no idea about Nigeria, they should begin to study Nigeria. That even if an Igbo become president tomorrow, and you raise a flag of Biafra, it will give a command. They should shoot you aside. Simple as ABC.
Shoot you aside.
Simple as ABC.
They don't care for their people.
I'm an Igbo man. I won't touch them. No. That's not Nigeria. So before you jump at their ship, jump into their ship for Obi and this and that, make sure you understand what you are getting into. Eric, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Maiyegun. This is my first time calling him, but I will still call back some other time. I love your program. You are doing good. You are too much. Say hi to your wife and your kids for me.
And yours,
you are too much.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Thanks for.
That's Ari here from Italy. Choice, they say, is like lottery. Okay. So when you make your choices and it's coming back to you, sometimes it may be of very, very good. It may be the opposite. In this case, in Nigeria, when you make all these choices, they don't come back good. It has never been back good. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
The Prince.
Yeah, Maiyegun General.
How are you, Baba?
I'm fine. Hope you're okay.
I'm very well. Just as usual, same, they will say. Same old. How are you and your family, sir?
Yeah, we are fine. Thank you so much.
Grand.
Yeah, Maiyegun General, I'm happy tonight in a way. When you show the video of this bishop in the church, where the governor went to.
That was
went to donate 25. Where he went to. It's so funny, And can you imagine that bishop deserve an award,
Some people they condemn him. Some people are condemning him. That he should stop that nonsense. What about they were even writing something about it. They said the same bishop, the governor gave him a car that is over 15 million. Now he's rejecting 25 million, which is possibly a lie. But that's how people, abnormal people, see abnormal things as normal. Baba, get us a be.
Don't mind. You see them there. They always find a way to clean down
discredit
their nonsense. They will always find a way. Those people that you see that are writing all those nonsense. They just to make paint the governor to upgrade his shame. To cover up his shame. That's what they are trying to do. Because if he has given that bishop a car of 15 million before, he cannot come publicly and reject 25 million. It's not 25 million. It's not possible.
They make up all these stories.
Just to be small begin. Not be small begin at the time now. Say because only say Nigeria, they don't say anybody that shop anything they give them shop. They go just shop. So anybody can just come out say anything. And then people will just begin the dance on top. Nigeria is a crime scene. The earlier the better. The earlier, the better they shut Nigeria down, the better for all. I getting me. I'm telling you, Maiyegun. Do you know that for over 8 years, 8 to 10 years, I left Nigeria. Well, every week or every month, I always suffer from malaria and typhoid. But since I left Nigeria to UK, I have never suffered of malaria or typhoid for one day. But this is the sickness I always suffer from every time I am in Nigeria. I mean, when I was in Nigeria, every month, this is the sickness I always suffer.
You know that thing that people will say? They will say, it's my sickness. They say, what is wrong with you? Say, no, I'm having this malaria again. It's my sickness. I always suffer that every. I'm like, may God no make something be your sickness and say it's my sickness.
I swear. You see, Maiyegun, do you know that even where you can see tap water that is government water that is running, though it's under the gutter, most of them are punctured and they mix up with those dirty water. This is what people drink every day. This is what they put in sachets and they sell. I'm telling you, Maiyegun, this is what they sell as sachet, pure water. I know when the weather is very hot, people don't think of how water be. They just carry open immediately.
You don't understand. The place, you go buy pure water. The name says pure water, right? Which means the water that is pure. But when you buy pure water, you go first raise them up like this. Make sure say pure. Now, when you are convinced and say nothing there inside down, and then you go open up, can't they drink? No be so. So when you come pure in their water, we know the process now. We know how they do it, but that's what they made us got used to. And the consequences of them is what we are seeing now, isn't it?
Nigeria is a crime scene, I'm telling you. Do you know that the electricity that they are using in Nigeria that they cannot provide, that people are paying for darkness? In Cotonou, in Togo, in Ghana, electricity is constant. Is constant. These people are enjoying electricity.
I was expecting you to mention Niger and all this. You see, let me tell you something, Baba. They keep lying to the people in Nigeria. That's why I said Nigeria, like you said, right, is a crime scene, and it is just there to mitigate against our progress as a people, okay? So if you generate electricity in Nigeria, you put into the national grid. But you see all these neighboring countries, they said there is this dam, Kainji Dam. They said if they allow those people, okay, they said the water for Kainji Dam is coming from one river, one big one, which Niger, Mali, Chad, all these places, they have right to build dam and stop the water. Now, if they stop the water, it won't reach Nigeria anymore. So they could build their own dam and generate their electricity. So Nigeria now said, we'll build the dam, okay? So we'll give you electricity. But sadly, they are getting 24 hours electricity there in those countries. Nigeria, that is managing those power plants, generating them and all of that, they are paying for darkness. No be juju be that.
Nah, really juju, Maiyegun General. You know. Maiyegun, Maiyegun, I tell you, Nigeria, any person that is going to holiday to Nigeria, and as Nigeria is now, is on his or her own. No, because this is our Yoruba brother that they kidnap. You can see that Fulani guy that collected 5 million and still killed him has been in Yoruba land for years. He can speak Yoruba. Yes. I was surprised when he was speaking Yoruba, even me that I said in Yoruba land.
Baba? I've seen people say that. Actually surprised that Fulanis are Hausa Fulani and they are speaking Yoruba. Were you not here almost 2 years now when Oloye Sunday Igboho went to Igangan and he met with Seriki Fulani? That Saliu guy was a Fulani now. Did you not hear him speak Yoruba? His children. These guys have been living in our land, in our forest for decades, but they've never had the audacity to unleash violence on us. Talk less of collecting ransom by kidnapping us. This has never happened to us. They are there speaking Yoruba.
Exactly.
You go there, expect us. They go speak Yoruba. They will talk to your family like say, because many of them were, for those ones who are kidnapping people, these ones are different from those who are ravaging villages and shooting and killing people, sending them to refugee camp. Do you understand that, Prince? We have two sets.
Yes, now.
We have those ones who are hiding behind, we have cows. Now our cow. Those ones are no longer wearing cows. Those ones are armed robbers, kidnappers, collecting ransom. You see those ones where they come with their jihad machine, they enter villages, they just start shooting everyone, shooting. But media don't report them. But you see those ones where they kidnap people, they speak Yoruba, they will speak Yoruba, negotiate with your family. They are the ones who know all the routes. They are the ones who always show the map to the invading ones, where to go to, which area, the map that nobody has.
Maiyegun, can I shock you finally?
Oh yeah, shock me.
Do you know that Nigeria has no citizen? Do you know that Nigeria has no citizen?
No what? No.
Because everybody in Nigeria, a soldier that they use taxpayers' money to pay, will come out and kill a citizen and call him a bloody civilian.
Bloody civilian.
Has that kind of thing happened in UK before? Has it happened before, Maiyegun? Do you see soldier even on their street?
Now you won't even see a soldier with a gun.
Like, you know that Nigeria people see it as normal thing that soldier can just come kill a civilian.
They say everything you do. They say soldiers are shooting youths there. They don't kill 7 youths. They say waiting they do. Because soldiers know if you just come there, they kill people. They say last night, one Okada man beat up a soldier here, and then he became this and that. The soldier came back and they started that's why now. Why would anybody even beat soldier? But they have killed 7 youths now. And I know. But why do you go and fight soldier? Why do you go and beat soldier? Really?
Do you know that's the reason why the whole Nigeria are the way they are? Because everybody is like Mumu. The years of army rule has made all Nigerians to see violence as a way of life, because the military in Nigeria are so violent. They don't violate the rights of all citizens. They don't see the citizens as human beings. They call them bloody civilians. A soldier that the taxpayers' money are being used to pay, can open his mouth and call a citizen. That soldier is supposed to be inside jail instantly. With inside Gadroom instantly. Are you getting me, Maiyegun? So this made to carry Nigerian passport, is a shame, because you're not a citizen. Soldier can kill you, police can kill you. Nobody brings them to book. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
So anywhere you appear with Nigerian passport in the whole world now, you are a suspect.
You're a suspect.
They look you with disdain. How can you continue with such a system if the person is normal? So any person that claims is a Nigerian, in fact, the person to me looks like a mad person. I'm telling you. Nigeria needs to be shut down as of this moment. Nigeria has to be shut down anyhow, anyway. I tell you. If not, people will continue to die like fly. Thank you, Maiyegun. I leave all that to call.
Thank you, the Prince.
It's well with you, Jared.
It is well with you.
It's well with you.
Thank you. Let me take another one. I'm going to be okay. Let's have a little time then. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Maiyegun.
Oh, good evening to you, sir. K, how are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
So you are
fine, thank you. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was just laughing when I was listening to Tinubu when he was trying to associate himself with all those youths, trying to mention names
to be Nigeria.
Exactly. Exactly. As if they were the one that make these people to make it. Toby Amuson, Burna Boy, Davido,
James,
as if they have Whiskey, as if they have contributed immensely to make these people make what they make. In fact, all the youths, when they make something outside Nigeria, it is not because Nigeria has helped them to make all those things. because I remember I was part of them many times in these sporting activities that have represented Nigeria. And on 2 occasions, I was not given any allowance. All they could do was exactly. There was no, I was once feeding myself. I just managed, and they just tried to get an hotel for us. The money that was allocated for that event, all of them, I don't. We up to now we don't know where the money is.
You will never know what happened to the money. It's always like that.
We never know. Yeah, and we were promised. Don't worry. Every day you'll be getting $500 allowance and things like that. On 2 occasions, I've represented Nigeria too. None of them was I paid anything. In one of the occasions, that was why I stayed back in Europe. That okay, make you do all these things. Me, I no come back again.
Because Baba, see, when I was in Ibadan, when I was living in Ibadan, so I used to go to the recreation center in Bodija, right? And you agree with me if you grew up in Southwest as a Yoruba man, as a sportsman. When they talk about Adamasi, Bodija area, and the people who are interested, you realize that the children of the poor from Mokola, from all these places, they are those who are interested in sport, running, athletic, table tennis, all those stuff, right? And you can tell that nobody care about them other than for them to just go and use the facility. And then if you need any international competition, you are a witness. You have done it before. You can tell me that most of the runners to even get yourself registered, to get Nigeria to endorse you, that you are going to represent them. Tell us.
All these people making it that you can see they're getting medals and things like that. I can tell you 100%. They are doing it from their own pockets.
Good.
I can tell you. They are doing it from their own pockets. It's not from
Nigeria. Hello.
Exactly. They will not try to associate themselves. So the two Tinubu and that's mentioning their name. What have you contributed to their life? All I know that he contributed was that he switched off the light and he ordered soldiers to kill them at the Lekki toll gate. That is his contribution. That was his own contribution.
In addition, what led to them to Tinubu ordering the toll gate to shut the light, and it was because young people in Nigeria are being profiled by the police. They were called Yahoo, and they are being killed, extorted. They are emptying their bank accounts on what they have not done, and they protested only for them to be what? To be slaughtered by the man that is now trying to claim glory as usual.
Yeah. You are not trying to look good with your teleprompter reading and all these things. In fact, I just look at the man, I just laugh. And he now became the friend of the youth. I remember
want to speak their language.
Yes. Yeah. Nigeria has a lot of resources, both human and natural resources.
That's right.
Anytime they come out, they are always the best in everything. But these people always bring them down.
For is an opportunity, just a little opportunity. Nigerians and everyone from Nigeria there, they will make best use of anything. Look at many of us, whether educated or not educated. The moment you leave Nigeria, you find a way to fit in different systems. How come they make them abroad? How come that once you leave, you make it out there, sir? If not because if opportunity is not what we are looking for, which is what the likes of Tinubu and gang have denied us. Many people have been denied opportunities.
Exactly. I left Nigeria in 2000, and in 2010, I said, okay, I should go back to Nigeria and try to set up a business. And at that time, I was trying to do a kind of a solar energy business and things like that. By the time I came back and I wanted to establish the thing, and I was meeting with the government and trying to say, okay, what does this thing take? And then I realized that what we use in bribing these people, it was more than what I could afford. And because before I want to establish the thing in such a way that it's going to be at least a kind of Nigerian solar system as within the west and eastern states, at least just to start with. But I realized that I have to bribe people.
It's like you are going
I
to
have to
use
bribe all of them.
half of your capital for your business to bribe.
In fact, more than half.
More than half
that
of
I
your
have
capital.
to abandon the thing. Yeah, then I came back that, well, me I no do. I can't even do business with Nigeria. And I remember, because what made me to even decide I not do with Nigeria was that I remember in something around 1983/84, it is the same government that ruined the business of my parents. Because my parents were into importing foodstuffs from like rice, all those Polish rice and things like that. And my parents, they imported a lot this time around, but we did not see it at that time. The government, it was just seized. Everything was seized.
Just same
and
way
that was
they
how
shut the border and destroy so many Yoruba businesses as we speak right now. They have destroyed so many people, and some people were even committing suicide. Yoruba businessmen, women.
Yes, as it was in that time, so it is now. Up to now, these people are still on the same line, towing the same way. They have destroyed a lot of businesses. So I just say, look, make I stay here, JJ, make I make my life. Yeah, these people, they don't have anything to contribute. They're just trying to speak nice or whatever. They're destroying.
Take.
Exactly. Take. And it's never enough. So we should just back out from. Yes, we should just back out from them. Whoever wants to deliver himself has to know the truth, and that is what this Maiyegun program is for. Maiyegun Diary is to enlighten people to know the truth, because when you know the truth, you will be set free, and that's the way we'll be set free.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Maiyegun.
And you too. I appreciate your time again, sir. You should have a good evening, sir. Thank you. We'll take another one, and that's one second. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
So how are you, ma?
I'm fine. I'm overexcited. I can't even believe this. I just said to my husband, let me just call Maiyegun. Oh God, how are you? How are you?
Thanks so much for taking out time to.
It's really nice to talk to you. I'm so super excited.
You can see on your screen right now if you're watching it at home right now.
Yes, I can see you.
Because I can imagine what it is like. I wish I could see your face.
Yeah, we do sometimes. My husband sometimes does the parliament, people's parliament with you.
Parliament before, has he?
Yeah, I think like about twice now. Yeah.
So how are you, ma?
Yeah, I'm very, very fine. I'm very fine, and we do commend you. You are my rival in my house, because my husband. My husband is like he's a religion, and we follow you.
I appreciate
it's so. Yes, I know. Maiyegun, the issue of Nigeria is beyond repair, beyond anybody's imagination on the surface of this earth. Just like what the last caller was talking about, Nigeria will frustrate you. Nigeria will kill you. Nigeria would, no matter what dream you have, like you thinking,
it has a way
you thinking
you to that edge, something to
you understand.
You know where you are right, ma. You know where you are right. Yeah, I did my observation in the last, especially in the last 2 years, just gauging the public mood and all of that stuff. Yeah, then I realized that most people who are now asking that Nigeria should look into renegotiation, in fact, break up, let everybody handle their own affair. Ma, these were people that are used to vouch for Nigeria. They used to believe. And they are like people who still, as recent as this year, still believe that something could happen that could change the course of this whole thing. That everybody who is trying to break up, everyone who is doing this and that, something is going to happen, and everybody will drop that. And they will probably will see that Nigeria will still work. But ma, every day.
Nigeria cannot work.
So every day Nigeria continue to prove them wrong. And people are now frustrated. They're like, you know what? I could break everything. Let's break everything, Jari.
Let me just quickly tell you something. My uncle, who is a medical doctor, he got, some partners who WHO was ready to fund a program, and he went to those states. They're so frustrated. The kind of bribe they were asking for, it's just maddening. The man just said, no. if I need to bribe you this amount, I cannot. He even said, this is WHO. We need to account for every penny spent. So how do I now? The bribe you're even asking for is more than the project itself.
Sherima.
And that was from the government. So from the government, so the governor just said, okay, go and meet this professor, and the professor is saying, Ogbeni doctor, sorry, you. That's not the language we speak here.
And then if you don't respond, they will delay you until you wait till that thing you carry that you want to come and help.
The man obviously got frustrated, and that dream just died naturally, just died like that, and that was it. So it's really sad. It's crazy, and I don't know, whoever is believing that Nigeria can get better. We were talking this morning again, and also it's like the kind of, we don't even know the kind of hellfire Nigeria, God is preparing for Nigeria.
Don't worry yourself about that.
That's hellfire.
And now, you know what, ma? About that hellfire, we have figured something out. So if you are a Nigerian, if you die as a Nigerian, right? They said just make sure that when you get to that gate, okay? When they say, oh yeah, what is your name? Don't do much, okay? Just say, see, I'm a Nigerian. There's no point in opening my book.
Don't
open that book. Okay? I am coming from Nigeria, and there is no point in you sending me anywhere else other than heaven. Because you see, I've lived all my life in hell. I can't come back here and be judged. You know what people said, ma? People said, with what the politicians have done, the damages they have done, which has pushed people to the edge to do unthinkable things, that when they get to heaven, that should be enough to say, sir, everything where they write inside that book as my sin, I don't do them intentionally. Hunger needs some now frustration. Some now when, you can't judge me by them. That would be so unfair. And I agree. So if you are in Nigeria and you die today, you should probably not worry that much.
Exactly. Because there's already a justification for everything you've done in Nigeria.
People feel sorry for you. They will look at you. When people who died in America, people who died in America, UK, who died in the UK, when everybody is coming, they can tell where you are coming from. So when you show up, they're like, sorry, are you a Nigerian? Say, yeah, I'm a Nigerian. I say, you are lucky you. They know they judge you here. They said we had the opportunity, we had it easy. We still don't remember God. No, come on. So it is that bad, man. It is that bad. And I said it from the beginning. I said, when you look at how people are reacting to even common conversation, anger, abuse,
anger, you can see the anger, you can see the frustration.
You can see it and say,
every time we go to Nigeria for holiday, when we try, my husband is the advocate of Yoruba Nation. He's there telling people, and they say, you call now. You people, you start need you go there, you can call me and start saying,
it's easier for you now. So easy for you now.
It's easier now.
It's because you are comfortable. That's why you can think about other people. We are not comfortable. We don't think about other people. We are hungry. We need to sort ourselves. You abroad.
We can understand their frustration, but the thing is, we just continue to educate them, propagate this. We continue eventually, probably after they've exhausted all their options, maybe when they get to that wall, probably they might have, have a rethink, but right now they're not having a rethink, and it's so sad.
It's a free fall for now. It is a free fall. Everybody is like on a steroid. Like they want to save Nigeria. They want to save Nigeria. They know they can't, but for now, you can't really tell them until, like you said, something happens that will make them feel like, oh dear, we've wasted our time. Maybe by then, your husband said as well, right? If we continue, we will end up being the alternative that could save them, because there will be nowhere to turn to at some point.
There will be nowhere to turn to. At least when they get to the wall now, think about so yeah, probably then maybe they would now fight. That revolution they are saying they don't want, that rebellion, whatever it is, it will eventually come.
It's going to happen. Well, one thing about Nigeria,
it will happen. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, the one thing about Nigeria historically is that when you expect them, that when they are pushed to the wall, yes, ma, when you push them to the wall, you expect them to turn back. Like, wait now, you won't kill us. Well, you know what they do, ma? You know what they do? Nigerians, they make a hole in that wall. They enter the wall. They continue to enter the wall. And you're like, whatever is pursuing them, they don't turn back. But we've always wished that one day they will reach the wall. That wall will be concrete, so they won't be able to make it hole easily. Maybe that concrete is Buhari's Nigeria now. Okay?
Yeah.
Have been pushed to that wall, right? Let's hope the weaponized poverty and everything in Nigeria will not make most of them to make hole in the wall instead of turning back.
The wall again, back, and
like
they have to fight.
Time will tell. Yeah?
The time will tell. They've had their. I'm of that opinion. I'm of that opinion because time memorial, we did not, when I was growing up, there was no Fulani. We only knew about Hausas. So, but now, systematically, they have, entrenched themselves in the society, in high places. They are controlling Nigeria. They have an agenda. Madam Fodio's agenda, they've been following, and we were just like, blind to it. We were all blind to it. They had their agenda, which they are playing out now gradually, and Buhari wants to be their messiah, to say yes, at least I will be the cause or whatever it is. So anyway, Maiyegun, so it's been so wonderful talking to you. So really nice.
I feel like I'm sitting there with you. Yes, sir. Our veteran here, like, let us say to
okay. Take care now. Regards to your family. Bye. Bye.
Take care. Bye. So that's she's using the Mr. phone. So that got me confused from the beginning. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtains. Okay, I've passed my message again. Just ignore me as the messenger, because I'll always be the messenger. But my message today, one way or the other, I mean, I wouldn't spend up to that this much hour without making at least some impression on you. When I say impression, I mean you could have picked up one or two things that should help you to understand better the politics of a winner takes it all they play in Nigeria, and how Southern Nigeria have been making themselves the willing to the ruling class in Southern Nigeria, whether in the Igbo land or in Yoruba land, or even in Ijaw land, or all those areas as well. You can tell that your representatives are more convenient or comfortable playing that second fiddle, because as Nigeria is concerned, right, the interest of the northern elite is so important than any other interest. And if, no matter how ridiculous it looks like, right, if their interest for any reason is being pushed to the second base in Nigeria, then forget it. There will be no peace until they have their way. Now, they have positioned themselves so well enough that, the Southern politicians who set us up this much, they themselves are about to be consumed by what they signed up for, the greed and selfishness of abandoning their own people for one Nigeria, because they thought it would, probably give them a bigger and bigger and further reward. It won't. I was reading somewhere earlier before we came on this program, and it was Malami, the Attorney General of Nigeria, that Yorubas will call the Attorney General of Nigeria. He made a deal. You've heard about this Paris Club Refund, right? Paris Club Refund is Paris Club Bank Refund or so. It's a group. Paris Club is a group of lenders, right? Who are among those who were lending money to Nigeria in the past. So when Nigeria started paying back that loan under Obasanjo, they were deducting the money from the states, deducting it from their allocations and all of that every month, right? So for about 5 years, Nigeria repaid back what we should pay back after Obasanjo cleared the debt. So between 2007 and 2022, right, the debt of Nigeria has further increased beyond what you can even imagine. But something happened. As Nigeria continued to borrow more money, right, Paris Club felt like we've over-deducted your repayments from the last loan you took from us. Therefore, we're going to give you the refund back. So they pay back the refund. But here is the scam. When they were making that refund payment back to Nigeria, Malami, who is the Attorney General, his office, that, Attorney General office before Malami came in, appointed the lawyers to represent Nigeria in the whole deal of that refund of that money. But by the time the Paris Club will make that refund, PDP was not there anymore. APC, Egbekegbe is there. Malami is the Attorney General. The man just changed the list again, brought in some people and said from that money they are going to refund back to Nigeria, those deductions, right? There are going to be about 5 firms. He put them together that will collect $418 million. Now, $100 million should be how much? 50 billion naira, I think. I mean, I don't know. Because your money is so ridiculous as now, all thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. Anyway, $418 million to be paid to some people for just signing papers to say we are lawyers representing Nigeria and this and that, this $418 million. So then some people went to court. This money wasn't money that was given to Nigeria. They were money deducted from the states, local government, for a period of 5 years of repayment of a loan. That not even APC, Egbekegbe pay back the loan. Oh. No be APC, they repay loan. Oh. This have happened under Obasanjo. So, and it was Jonathan fighting for it, but by the time the money was ready, Jonathan was not there. Malami cashed out, wanted to cash out $480 million. It's a court case. They're fighting for that now. Malami is defending that, among other things, like the Abacha loot. UK government and Swiss bank, they decided to refund almost $2 billion Abacha loot, right? When the money crossed the border, Atlantic to Nigeria, Malami and his gang, they cut out over $18 million for themselves from that money. That's what they do. Yeah? So today, those who position themselves to rip you off, they were also celebrating something, right? Guess what that is? They say Niger Republic, they need 5,000 crude oil, 5,000 barrel of crude oil. That's all they need to refine and use every day. But Nigeria, that has refineries in Port Harcourt, refineries in Niger Delta areas where the crude oil is, right? That Nigeria cannot refine products, right? The refinery in the refinery in Port Harcourt has the capacity of 250,000 barrel, right? The capacity, but is operating on about 50,000 barrels every day before APC Egbekegbe came in. 7 years down the line, Port Harcourt refinery cannot refine anything anymore. Niger Republic increased their own refinery or refining whatever from 5,000 to over 40,000 with a crude oil coming from Nigeria. All this madness show to you that, these rogues, these criminals, they have different ideas of what Nigeria should be like. And being a Southerner, it is out of a sheer, wickedness, selfishness mostly, right? Unpatriotism for you to say you want to save Nigeria as a Southern Nigeria. because you are holding a political position, or you hold a public, influence and all that, to say your agenda is to save Nigeria, you will regret it. The fact that you won't be able to save anyone, you can't save Nigeria. The only way to save Nigeria is to break it up from the current unitary centralized system. It hasn't benefited anybody. It has harmed us it has done more harm than good. So you can say you love something, and then you watch all these people fritter away, fritter away the future of your own children, the people that actually own the future. That future they're going to live in, that is now being, rigged, stolen by this set of criminals, and they are not tired. They're going to do more. You're going to help them do more. Think about that. Many of them are not going to feature in that future. They are not going to be there, but they have already rigged it, stole it. Those who said there is light at the end of the tunnel, we've sent people down there, or more. Not even any bulb lamp holder. Talk less of any bulb. Talk less of any electricity or so. No light at the end of any tunnel. Everywhere dark. As we talk, even the eyewitness, person where they talk say, eyewitness, there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. They don't blind them. So, open your mind, open your head. Saving Nigeria sounds good, but it's not by that you playing into the hands of the same rogues, the same crook that actually brought you to this state. Don't pretend that you can ignore all this and then save Nigeria. I just thought I should tell you. Again, I have no influence to make you do what you want to do or what you don't want to do. But if you listen to your conscience, if you listen to me, we might indeed save that future together. You can't have it with Nigeria. Not under this arrangement. Many people agree to that, right? Then why are they not doing something about it? I'm doing something about it. So first, I want to say thank you, by the way, to everyone who spent their evening with me again. Thank you. And I also want to say thank you to all of you, the Yoruba sons and daughters who have signed up on the Yoruba Union website.org website. So far, so good. We are doing so well, right? And I can tell you, once this legal framework part of it is already sorted, I will be more energized, agile, right, to push this further and get every one of us engaged in what we intend to do as we speak. So thank you. I have no much updates for you on that, other than I am keeping the money we have. I am keeping that money. It's not going to be enough for what we are about